everybody, and welcome to Operation Play. Today, I am here with Jonathan Wiseman, recently known from the storyboard that I made. He made it though, I just edited the video. So what's up, John? What do you think we should talk about?
Probably, how we saw the movie, Tomorrowland last week. It was a decent movie. It was just, like you said the other day when we were talking about it was kind of like, a little too commentary-ish.
Yeah.
It kind of tries to, force a moral on you. It's like that movie, Meet the Robinsons, which, it was a decent movie, but, geez, they just kept trying to push a moral on you, and it's just like, it's a movie, just have fun with it. That's the great thing about movies, is that you don't have to make a political opinion about it. You can just do whatever the frig you want.
Yeah, I understand. I like the whole, in the Tomorrowland, I like the whole, it's kind of futuristic, and the whole, it's not futuristic all at the same time. Kind of steampunk.
Yeah, the whole thing about that movie was that they only said the word Tomorrowland once in that entire movie.
Yeah, I know.
But literally, if anyone watches that movie, any one of you watches that movie, please only be prepared to hear that word said once.
Only one time.
Because I went in that movie prepared to say, you guys, most of you probably watched Family Guy, where there was an episode where Peter was sitting in the movie theater and he was watching a movie and they said the name of the movie in the movie and he's like, they said it.
Oh boy, I usually only get this excited when they say the title of a movie in the movie. I'm telling you, these drug dealers represent a clear and present danger to the United States. He said it.
All I'm saying is, what if this is as good as it gets?
There it is.
The only way for me to solve this crisis is to be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
I was going in there to say that, every time they
But
did it, just do it.
they only said it once. I know, that would have been funny.
And I was going to do that because my friend Spencer was sitting right next to me, so I was like, alright, I'll piss him off and I'll do that.
And speaking of Spencer, sorry. But speaking of Spencer, speaking of our friend Spencer, us three here, me, Spencer, and John, we plan to actually make a couple videos, they might be the new aspect of Operation Play. They're very, very good with editing and very good with video making, and these guys you may see coming up in the videos a lot recently because I can rely on these guys a lot. Dominic, he's more of the jump into the game with me guy, and I understand he doesn't know much about editing and digital art. And if Dom was here right now, he'd possibly tell you all about why he just likes to build cars or works on cars. But no, these guys that are here, or John at least,
yeah,
you'll hear them a lot. You'll be seeing them in the credits a lot. They'll most likely be helping you with videos. We recently had an idea about a video about a walking scene where it's behind a person walking down a particular pathway, and then at the end of the pathway it kind of stops the camera at least, and it's a sign of giving up, or is it a sign of adventure? And it's a video to make you question about what you really see in life. So we've gotten some ideas for videos, and you'll most likely see these guys, like Jonathan, for instance. But to continue on the rant of Tomorrowland and how it was
Hold on, Phil. No, let me just make it noted that my real name is not Jonathan, it's just John.
Alright, John.
just because people mess that up all the time.
Well, I like the word Jonathan. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
No, it's cool. But yeah, Tomorrowland, it was a decent movie, but they literally weren't even in Tomorrowland until the last 20 minutes of the movie. And the movie's about an hour and probably 50 minutes long.
It's funny because Tomorrowland, the aspect of them going to it it took them forever to actually get there. They went through so much crap to actually get there.
And literally, the only thing they promoted in the trailers and shit was Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
They weren't even in Tomorrowland.
And it the trailer is legit that pin. It was an advertisement. That's pretty much what the trailer was. It's oh, watch it because it's so futuristic and there's jetpacks and there's all this cool stuff, and
there's
you watch the movie and there's nothing about it in it until the end.
there's a little of it at the very beginning, but it really comes into fruition at the very end of it. And at that point, you're wanting to get out of the movie theater anyway. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, where were you 90 minutes? It's kind of that ordeal.
Yeah.
It's like, where was all the cool shit when I came in this movie theater?
Yeah.
Where was the stuff that you promoted in the fucking trailer? It's kind of like the SpongeBob movie, which just came out this year. And by the way, if we want to make a whole video on just ranting about that, we could probably do a whole series on it. But on another note.
Oh, yeah. It's funny how you, say we can make it a whole series or something like that.
We could, because I really hated that movie. And for anyone who actually enjoyed that movie, I don't judge, but,
I haven't watched it yet, at least.
I don't think you're diehard SpongeBob fans if you actually like that movie. Because it's just awful. Seriously, all the stuff that they promoted in the trailers, like the live action stuff, that didn't even happen until the last third of the movie. No, not even, last 20 minutes of the movie.
Now, how about the animation? What was the animation like? Because I haven't watched it. All I know is I've seen, the images.
The animation is pretty much the only thing in that movie that actually kind of sort of saves it.
And wasn't it, super realistic or stuff like that? They tried to make it realistic?
Yeah, they used CGI for the live action scenes, which, that was good. I liked how they did that, but just... The story is... If I had to rate the story on, a scale of 1 to 10, it would not even get a 1. It was just all over the place, and it felt like they just took 6 or 7 episodes of the TV show and threw them in a pot and stirred them around and then splashed it up on the big screen with a bunch of live action scenes and CGI.
So wait, you're telling me that it was a combination of episodes?
That's what it felt like, yeah, because the storyline was just all over the place.
I thought it was an add-on, how they did the one movie, the not super realistic movie, but they go, I don't know what the movie was about, but they go to some weird place to receive or retrieve something, and it was part of the storyline. They just continue on from SpongeBob itself.
Yeah, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the original one. And that's another thing about this movie is that the title is the stupidest thing on the entire planet.
What's the title?
First of all, it's called the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. Okay. When you go on Google, when you type in the SpongeBob movie, you're gonna get that. You used to type in the SpongeBob movie and get in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the 2004 movie. So they pretty much have the same name. Why would you do that, first of all? And second of all, the title has little to nothing to do with the actual plot itself, considering the fact that he's not even out of water, if you want to say, for the last 20 minutes of the freaking movie.
So, what they did with Tomorrowland.
Yes. Basically, Tomorrowland and the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, are basically the same movie, just one was done way worse. Tomorrowland, I could see, the storyline, it wasn't what I expected, but if they promoted it differently, it would have been good. But just the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, was just so dumb. They could have easily called it the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, too. They were going to.
Now, the one that I was talking about where, they had to go and get something or some crazy item, it was a SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and the image is a big crown that SpongeBob's holding.
Yeah, that's the DVD cover. The one right next to it on the left is the theatrical poster.
Alright, well, I'm trying to find the one that I was watching. It's not super realistic, so... I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, because, I typed in SpongeBob movies, meaning more than one, and I don't really know what the movie was. It's really confusing, because I really want to know what the movie was. Because I feel like that movie was better than the actual newer movie that just came out.
Another thing that bothered me with this movie is that the first movie, it kind of had a different approach to it. It was a movie. It started a film series. Mm. When you were making... This really isn't a sequel. It's just an extension. It's kind of like what they're talking about doing for Toy Story 4, which I'm opposed to Toy Story 4. Just like a lot of people are, but they're pretty much doing an add-on. to SpongeBob. They're not really... When you make a movie, if you're going to make another movie, that has to be an add-on to that movie. It can't just be, another movie based on the series. You know what I mean? Because you already started a series of movies. You got to stay with that plot line.
Yeah.
You can't just go all over the place.
All right, John.
Yeah.
Now, if you see my screen, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Now, this image right here. What movie is that from? Is it still Sponge Out of Water?
No, it's from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Because that's what I was thinking, because it says Sponge Out. I was like, that doesn't...
Exactly. It makes no sense, and it's so fucking confusing, because it has that friggin' subtitle.
Because this is the movie that I was talking about, the one that I've seen. I feel like this one was better than the one that you're talking about now.
Phil, the entire internet thinks that. The whole SpongeBob fan base thinks that.
Really?
Yeah. Believe me, no one likes the new SpongeBob movie.
That's funny. What's this?
Except for the freaking creators of it.
Yeah, they got a lot of money from it, so I don't think they're going to be complaining.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not complaining at all because they're filthy stinking rich off this friggin' movie. And surprisingly, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes and you type in the SpongeBob movie from 2004, which we have to now call the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. We can't just call it the SpongeBob movie anymore.
Because it's the collective amount of people that say it.
Yeah, and it's fucking annoying how they titled this new movie. If they were going to do that, then why did they make a second one? What worked about the Rugrats movies was that, there was the Rugrats movie, then there was Rugrats in Paris, and then Rugrats Go Wild.
Rugrats was okay, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying they were good, I'm just saying the titles differentiate which movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
The new movie, the two SpongeBob movies, you can't really differentiate which one is which, because if you do Sponge Out of Water for the first one, it actually makes sense.
And speaking of like movies that are like coming out or have been talking about, isn't The Incredibles coming out with another one?
Yeah, the director and writer of the first one, Brad Bird, who's one of the greatest directors and animators and writers of all time, he's working with Pixar to create a second Incredibles movie.
At least it's Pixar, like what they did with Planes, and they didn't make it with Pixar. Do you think Planes would have been better if it was ran with Pixar?
Honestly, I don't think so.
No?
Because I think the Cars series, it wasn't that good anyway, and the Cars series would work better if it wasn't like a movie series, I think.
Yeah, like if they had like episodes and then like a movie and then an episode or something like that.
It's great for kind of character styles. It kind of gives me an old classical Disney movie kind of feel to it. Mm-hmm. But it's just a little... The whole storytelling of the original Cars was just... It kind of lagged a lot. And then in Cars 2, it was just not a good sequel movie at all.
Isn't Cars like really, really old too?
No, it's only from 2006.
It's still kind of old.
Well, yeah. Yeah, now it's 9 years old actually, so yeah, it's actually getting pretty old.
Yeah, it's there at least.
But yeah, as a diehard Toy Story fan, I'm not looking forward to Toy Story 4.
No, I really have only seen like the first two, I think. I don't think I've seen Toy Story 3 yet.
Toy Story 3 was really good.
Is Toy Story 3 the one... Explain Toy Story 3 so I know if I've seen it or not.
Toy Story 3 takes place about 10 years later after Toy Story 2. And Andy, the owner of the toys, is preparing to go to college.
Yeah, I've seen it. And is that the one with the bear?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it. Just forgot about everything about the movie.
I know. I mean, it's a great movie. It's just not... It's not Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
I mean, Toy Story 2 was...
Usually all originals, like back then originals, end up being like the best part of movies. Because they make another one, it's like, alright, you tried too hard.
That's what they're doing to Shrek right now, actually.
Yeah, Shrek, like, even the community of Shrek kind of destroyed it.
Yeah. That's why I don't go on the Shrek online community anymore, because all I hear is about this disgusting shit. I haven't read or watched Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, and after what people have told me about it, I don't want to. It's just that bad.
Just don't get obsessed with that thing. I know you won't, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
not Jesus, but it's horrific.
Yeah, it really is. It's not something I'm passionate about. And, like, I'm a die-hard Toy Story fan. If you come to the vocational school I go to, you can ask anyone that knows me what my favorite movie is. They'll tell you Toy Story. Because I'm just that big of a fanboy about it. In fact, I was in Walmart today, and I had to get a pair of shorts that I had to exchange. And I was in the toy aisle at Walmart, and I saw Toy Story toys commemorating the 20th anniversary of Toy Story this year. I swear to God, I almost fanboyed out. Like, I just go nuts. And then
that's like me with Pokemon. When I see like the old original ones, I'm like, oh my god, it's the originals. They don't look like freaking idiots. Oh my gosh.
I know, and it's great to see, these things that we grew up with, they're getting older and they're still retaining their popularity.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Especially when some of the community, like, destroys it.
Yeah. Like Shrek.
like Shrek. Especially like Shrek.
Shrek is still my second favorite movie.
I honestly think the first one is the best.
I almost agree with you, but Shrek 2, I think Shrek 2 outdid Shrek, the original.
I only like Shrek 1 because it's the only Shrek one that'll be there.
Yeah.
So, and it's the only one that can actually open up Shrek 1, and that's why I like it, because, it's the only Shrek 1.
Yeah.
It brings in the story.
But Shrek 2, I think,
has more to it.
Yeah, it does what a sequel should do and goes deeper into the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives, I think, a bigger story than the original had, because the original really only had 4 main characters and a much smaller story.
Yeah.
With Shrek 2, there was a lot of backstory to it and a lot of extra stuff happening and a lot of twists to it, which I think really helped. But then in Shrek the Third, it was kind of been there, done that, It kind of lost its touch. And, Shrek, I think, of all movies, has the biggest impact on all movies that come after it, because, you look at any movie, really, the fairy tale genre and the pop culture music genre kind of came together, and we got movies like Chicken Little, Hoodwinked, Igor.
Wow.
All 3 of those movies I can't stand, honestly.
Chicken Little though was like kind of it had like a impact on a lot of children. Like people, a lot of kids were like, "Oh, I love Chicken Little. Oh my gosh!"
And I was one of those kids, but now I'm seeing it. I'm like, dude, this is bad. Like, this is so dumb.
The sky is falling.
Like, and at the end, it was kind of like, the sky really is falling. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a middle finger to the original fable that thing was based on.
Yeah, I know.
The end of the fable is that, Chicken Little realizes that, oh, okay, I shouldn't, spout about every little thing I hear. Don't believe everything, but,
It's like when the kid cried wolf.
Yeah.
Woof, woof. Oh, wait, we should add Spencer into this. He is the wolf, so why not?
Yeah, me and Spencer, me and Phil have conversations a lot, but me and Spencer, really get heated debates on this kind of stuff all the time. Our friend Spencer, he's a really cool guy because I can talk to him about anything. We joke around a lot, but then we also have serious conversations.
So what about me?
So do we. But
I'm just
me and
kidding.
Phil have different... We're all into the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's just me and Phil like a lot more YouTube poops and stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't know if anybody knows what a YouTube poop is, but I know if anybody that is my friend watches this video, you will definitely understand because I've possibly spammed you with one and I've forced you to watch it. So
yeah, he's done that to me 500 times.
Yeah, I'd make sure you'd either get a laugh or you'd be freaked out. So yeah.
Most of them are a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Except for that moral oil one. That one was just freaking off the walls.
You couldn't understand anything. 1 and it's 2.
So
Just
what-
doesn't make sense. The whole entire video just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, but that's why I think YouTube poops are funny.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting off track. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about Spencer and how you can have a serious conversation with him and how you can't have one with me.
No, I can't
I'm kidding.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know.
I meant that we can have serious conversations, but just me and Spencer, we get like into heated debate.
Because he always has like a side fact about something. Like, what was it that he was talking about? Toy Story. That like he was trying to prove to you that Toy Story was like really, really bad anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, because he likes Toy Story, but he just doesn't. He gets irritated by the fact that I'm obsessed with it.
Oh,
And-
that's what it was. Yeah, I remember that. I remember it.
Yeah, because he's like, can you stop talking about Toy Story for like 5 minutes? I'm like, dude, it's a good movie.
And it's not like we bring up what he likes and we like tell him that he should stop obsessing with it. Like, you do what you do, and
No,
we
but
do
I
it.
mean, I
Yeah.
do, and I kind of have it coming when Spencer tells me
But-
to shut up about Toy Story.
But that's
But
your
what-
that's your thing. That's what you're known for, right?
Yeah, and that's what I get ripped on.
Yeah,
But that's
it's a normal thing.
like, you like Little Ponies. That's what we rip you on. And Spencer likes Furry, and that's what we rip on him for. But we really get into heated conversations and debates about things.
I gotta be honest though, I like Pokemon a lot more than anything. Pokemon, let me find it, because I forget the seasons, I haven't seen Pokemon forever, but Pokemon, the style of Pokemon is so much better for me.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm not a big Pokemon guy.
I think it's Indigo. Nope, this is, oh yeah, Pokemon Indigo. That's the game. I feel like an idiot.
But yeah, Spencer's a cool guy because whereas me and Phil, we could have serious conversations too, but we're into like I said, like the YouTube poop kind of stuff. Like, we're into more wackier stuff.
Yeah.
Where Spencer is more about, like TV and movies and stuff.
No.
Which we are too, but
Now, I'm gonna say people like hate the old versions of Pokemon, not to like jump into another topic.
yeah.
People like hate the older versions of Pokemon, but to be honest, I like the older ones because it brings up like story and characters, kind of like what Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 did.
Yeah.
So, like, Pokemon Indigo, I guess, has to be like my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorites. Because I know I like Diamond and Pearl, at least when they added Dawn, because Dawn is kind of one of those annoying characters that just you have to pay attention to because she's just so annoying. Like, it's just those weird things that they do in the show. But like when they
Phil,
got the
if I watched Pokemon, I would actually have an idea what you're talking about, but
yeah,
I don't.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's just Pokemon has those things where like you have to pay attention to certain things, and like it just makes you watch it because it's just it's style and it just pulls you in, just
Yeah.
like how certain movies do it. And I think that's what the new SpongeBob movie did. Like, they were like, oh, let's make it realistic and everything, and I think that's what people would watch. And
But like I was starting to say this before, if you go on Rotten Tomatoes and you look up both movies, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie has a 68%, I believe, and the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water only has it has a actually it doesn't have only, it has a 78%,
yeah,
which I don't understand how it has a higher rating than the original because this new one stinks. Like, I really don't.
I
of
get
all
it, it
movies,
stinks.
I really don't know what people see in this.
it stinks because it's on Rotten Tomatoes. I get it.
Yeah, laugh it up.
Sorry.
But really, I really can't stand the fact that people like that movie because, like, some movies like Frozen, like, I don't really care for it, but I understand why people do. You know, it's a great Disney musical. It's just a little too girly for me. Which
Yeah.
I know I'll get flack on the internet for that, but I don't care.
Oh my gosh.
But just I don't understand why people like that movie. And it's the same thing with those Despicable Me movies, because I really hate Despicable Me. I don't see the point in it. It's just dumb. And those friggin' minions. You want to talk about rants? I could go on a freaking...
I really haven't watched the Minion movie, or Despicable Me, I mean.
Good. They're bad. They're dumb.
All I know is Jaden talks about taking the moon. Is that part of the freaking Despicable Me movie thing?
I have no idea. It's been a while since I've seen either one of those movies, and they're both bad, honestly. They're dumb because the only comedy in that movie is really those friggin' minions, which make the movie so irritating to watch.
I know my sister loves the Minions, and I know on Facebook everybody spams the Minions on Facebook.
I know, and I hate it because I hate the Minions and I hate Despicable Me.
Those little yellow guys, and it's weird because they're like mutant yellow guys.
Yeah, and now they don't talk and they always just do like.
Alright. You know what would be great? A YTP of that.
Oh, that'll probably be our next video.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so dumb. You know, they're the comic relief in that movie, yet they have no purpose to serve in that movie. They don't help advance the plot at all. They're just there to be fucking annoying. And it's even worse in the second one because they just go along with the big-nosed guy for the reason of comic relief. And it's so irritating.
Alright.
So, and yes, I say the big-nosed guy because that's really what his name is. I think his real name is like Gru or something like that, which... So yeah, like, you're really selling that name to kids.
So like, what was it? I'm trying to think of something that's like that. Another movie or show. Yeah, a movie that's like that. Where like it has pointless add-ons to it.
A lot of movies do that nowadays.
I'm trying to think of one.
It's all the problem with really the modern age of animation.
Mm-hmm. Especially in this generation.
Oh yeah. But honestly, I think the animation is getting a lot better in cartoons, at least, because if you look at Cartoon Network, I don't like many of the shows on there, but I understand why people do, and they're watchable. Like, I could sit down, I'm not a huge Steven Universe fan, or an Uncle Grandpa fan, or Gumball, or, there's one more show, Clarence. Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of those shows, really, but I totally understand why people like it.
That's sorry. Now that we're talking about Cartoon Network, the whole Uncle Grandpa. That's one of those really pointless things where they add a bunch of crap to it, and you're like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah. But again, it's more watchable than what's on Nickelodeon right now. Honestly,
I guess.
Like, if you look at Nickelodeon, if you think about the worst thing about Nickelodeon like 5 years ago. It's just gotten worse now. If
what, Nick at Night?
anyone has stopped watching Nickelodeon, I envy you because it's just so horrible.
I haven't really watched Nickelodeon.
Good. It's just so bad. There's a show, Fanboy and Chum Chum. Me and Phil were in our vocational school the other day. Our teacher was absent. All we did was we went on the dry erase board in the front of the class, and we just drew the friggin' Fanboy and Chum Chum characters. And
I'll throw the pictures in on the video. I'll throw the picture in on this one.
Okay.
Because I still have that.
Yeah, I drew Fanboy and Chum Chum and all their stupid friends on a board, and they're just the easiest characters to make fun of. But we could do like a whole series of me just criticizing different TV shows if we ever want to do that. But they're just so freaking bad. They're not even funny. They're just dumb and bad. They're so flanderized. They only have like really one personality, and that one personality sucks.
John, was this really ever a thing?
What? My Little Pony on Nickelodeon?
Was this ever a thing? I've always wondered that.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's Photoshop.
Because I've seen images and stuff about that, and I was like, what? Is this really a thing? I was like, I'm pretty confused. If it is, someone say something, but all I know is I saw it on iFunny. If anybody knows what iFunny is, I'll throw in a link somewhere about iFunny. But iFunny is a place where they have random pictures. They can be funny, they can be serious. It was really meant to be funny things, but recently it's been filling up with serious crap. So, yeah, iFunny. How about that airline food? So stuff like that.
My friend actually made that joke today while we were at our senior service meeting.
Yeah.
Which, that's a whole other story of me just trying to get to my senior service meeting.
That's another time for another audiobook in another place, in another world.
Yeah, when we're doing another commentary, we'll do that.
Well, I'm gonna have to, I guess I'll shut it down for right now.
Okay.
Well, guess this is Operation Play. Leaving out.
I'm John Weisman.
See you later.
I'm the new guy.
Yeah, new guy.